Take the hat off, put that on. Yeah.
Let's talk about the being able to run the ball against the wind. It seemed, although it might not have led to necessarily a lot of points or whatever, you didn't have to kick against the wind most of the time. It seemed like that gave you some field position.
I mean, I thought it was a big strategy going in. You know, if you get the toss and what you're going to do. We had that conversation coming out of halftime. What would you do? Would you take the win in the third quarter or wait and try to get in the fourth quarter? So I thought it played a big factor. If you got to throw the ball, and then when you're able to run the ball, it takes some of that away from it. And then when they had to win, obviously we know they might take a couple shots and try to get it down the field, and they did that, but our defense stepped up big.
Coach, third year in a row playing in the playoff game, how much did experience in these games play today?
Mike, I think it meant a lot. I talked about our guys knew how to handle the week. It's a completely different where we're not in school. There's things that we got to do. Guys want to be able to practice at a different time, but we got to try to still prepare for it. And I think the guys handled it really well. Coming back at night, we had some extra meetings. We met on Thanksgiving morning, had a good practice, good team meal, gave them off to get away for a little bit. But I thought those guys doing it for the third year in a row, really, it's a maturity level thing. I thought they did a good job. And also taking some of the young guys who hadn't been here and, hey, this is how we do things, and it paid off.
Talk about your balance on the field. I mean, that was the one thing they didn't have, and you did have. I thought it was a different.
Yeah, I mean, if you can do that, and I don't know, people always ask, do you run to set up the throw or you throw to set up the run? But it was there. I thought our line was doing a tremendous job up front, opening up some holes, and Chase hit some big plays for us and be able to distribute the ball a little bit. And anytime you can keep them off balance, and when you can get the running game going, you can do a lot of things.
What was your assessment of that line? Obviously, with Jair out, kind of having to mix things up.
It was a concern. I think, you know, just looking at it from the field, I thought they did a good job. Look, this team gave us a lot of movement, a lot of things back and forth, a lot of different looks. But I thought those guys stepped up and did a really good job because it was a concern.
Let's talk about the sequence where you went for it and they stopped you real short at the goal line, and you ended up getting the ball back because of that turnover, and you got the quick score.
Well, you go for it on fourth down. We had a couple of times we said we get it in the red zone that we were going to go for it, you know, with the win. Sometimes it was against us. It was a long field goal. We got down there. We felt like, hey, if you didn't get it, they still had a 99-yard field to go. And then, 2 plays later, we get the turnover and we get the score. So I think it evened itself out.
Can you tell me, here it was with this plan you were trying to build all these years ago, and now it's 3 years in a row that you've made the playoffs. And all these guys are, this senior class. I mean, those guys who came in and really have made the playoffs the last year. Talk about their legacy or whatever.
No, it's very easy. You can talk about the things we did, but it's good players. You get yourself some good players. They believe in what you're doing. They believe in each other, and then they kind of take it over and they run with it. And then they do it off the field. They doing it on the field. It's a special group. I told them that before the locker room, that it's a special team that has something going on right now. They can feel it, and we got to continue it.
Coach, it seems like one of the players who makes big impacts whenever you need it is Kevin here. Just for him to get another interception today after what he did last week, just talk about him.
No, I mean, he's right where he's supposed to be, and Johnny on the spot and makes the plays at big time in critical situations. We talked about the turnovers, that we got to kind of get something to start going our way, because we had been, I think we still -6 in the turnover for the year. So we got to start getting something going our way. And look, they work it. We work it in practice all the time. We work the turnovers. Those guys are constantly on the sideline talking about it. I thought he did a good job of just, being in the right place.
Now moving on to North Dakota State, everything with them, just what's it like going up against them now?
Well, we don't know a lot yet. I mean, we put so much focus, and the emphasis was this week, North Dakota. I know these guys are going to take a minute, enjoy this one for a little bit. We'll get back to work. I think at times, Mike, it was the elephant in the room. People wanted to talk about it as soon as the bracket came up. They wanted to say about it. But I thought that's where these guys did a great job of handling this week and taking care of business. And listen, this is what you play for, to advance week in, week out. You want to be able to do that. And look, we'll give it our best shot and go up there. And I know our guys will be prepared and be ready to go.
How much do you look at them when you're preparing, or is it just your side? When preparing for a team like North Dakota State, How much are you looking at them? compared
Oh,
to those
I think it's both. I mean, look, we saw them on film this week. You know, they played North Dakota, so obviously our guys saw them and watched a little bit of it. But it's both. But at the end of the day, these guys know, and we talk about it's about us. And if we can take care of us and we do our job and up to our capabilities, then we'll be fine.
Chase, that win today, how much did that impact the passing game and kind of what you were able to do? Did it have an effect?
It had an effect a little bit, but I think the way we were running the ball, you know, I just knew that I had to make a little bit of plays, well, you know, with the passing game, or I could just feed off the run game with our RPOs. But I think it all worked out well. I think one play where we were going with the win, I kind of threw it out of bounds with Dejan. I think right after I threw it, I was like, you know, the win's with us, so I got to take some off of it. But other than that, I didn't think the win was that much of a factor, even though it was about 20-mile-per-hour winds before the game. So, you know, I just think the run game was there well enough to, you know, just here and there I had to, you know, pick some plays with the passing game, but it wasn't that bad.
And we kind of knew going in that second half and the third, it was going to die down a little
Yeah.
bit. So when we knew that, so that was big.
But Chase, in terms of the play calling and stuff, I mean, when you guys were against the win, I mean, and able to be successful running the ball, but I mean, you guys were looking specifically to run the ball because of the win?
I think going in, the way they were giving the, you know, defense they were giving us, I thought we could run the ball well enough to, you know, get some gains and then use the, you know, that North Dakota, they're not a good giving up the big plays. So, you know, I think we just had to, like I said, itch down the field, get some runs with Julien and, you know, Dontrell. And I think, you know, when we got on our side of the ball, it really most of us. You know, we was, you know, false start, Holden, and Elderman downfield. And it was all about us towards on our side of the field. But, you know, other than that, you know, run game was there. I think it opened up the pass with the play action with with Dejan.
Yep.
And all those, like I said, all those just takes care of itself. And like I said, we just want to be a positive player every time.
And asked Coach earlier, just talk about, like, for yourself and the fellow seniors about, you know, you guys all came in talking about, man, we can turn this thing around and all that kind of stuff. And here it is. It's the 4 years are already already gone by. And talk about, I guess, for you guys, the last home game, unless you beat North Dakota and unless you play the next round at home.
We you know, we're not looking at it as the last home game. You know, we're gonna focus on this week and try to go 1-0 and, you know, really take care of ourselves, and we're just worry about us. You know, that's a really good team with North Dakota State. You know, they #1 for a reason. But yeah, you know, I have so much faith and belief in these guys that I'm with, the seniors, the young guys. Just like I said, I'm with an unbelievable group, class. Everybody buys in, and everybody just trusts the coaches, the players, and, you know, we got great leadership on both sides of the ball that just, you know, no matter what happens, we're going to go out and play. And like I said, Coach mentions it all the time. It's all about us, and it's true. That was a good team, North Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was 10-6, and we had to make a big play coming up, and, you know, we scored 17-6. But yeah, man, like I said, I love this group to death. I think the crazy thing is that, you know, us as freshmen, seniors, I think we all knew that, you know, we could leave a mark, you know, in Nicholls State football, and that's what we're doing, and we're continuing to do it, and we just love playing.
And about that legacy, what do you guys feel is the legacy that you've got established here?
You know, we always just want to be better than the team before. I think that's my motto going in. You know, they won a Southern Championship last year and, you know, advanced to the second round, but, you know, we kind of want to be better than that. We kind of feed off of that. We learn from them of, you know, what they've done. But, yeah, just the guys that came before me, they did a great job of just showing us the path, the way, and just how to really handle things. And, you know, we're doing a great job of doing it. And just, like I said, the leadership's unbelievable, and, you know, we're going to continue to do it.
Chase, after 3 years of this and going back to the second round for a second time, does it still have that excitement, that emotion that last year did?
Yeah, you know, I think the experience is there with the guys we have. You know, even the young guys, their first year, I think they're getting it. You know, we got to go away this week, and, you know, a really good team. But like I said, if we just focus on ourselves and focus on the mistakes we made tonight and how we can correct them, you know, I have so much trust and belief in these guys that we're going to get it done. Like I said, great team we're going to play, but, you know, we just got to just limit the mistakes and just do our job and, you know, just do our job.
So we talked about the weather here, and we talked about the weather there. You've been there, so I mean, how do you prepare? What do you tell them?
It's inside.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
inside.
it's
So
dome.
I
Thank
think
God.
the only weather we got is when we get off the airplane.
Yeah.
So
I did check the weather though for next week. You know, I always kind of look
Right.
ahead, and yeah, I think it's like high 19, low 9. So kind of happy we're playing inside.
Kind of like it was here
Yeah.
today. It was good.
Yeah.
It was good weather.
Kevin, just what's the last couple weeks been like for you with the big plays and kind of everything going on?
Oh man, really, these last couple weeks, it's just been about the team, us as a whole. You know, we trying to win every time we step on the field. That's it.
For you personally, I mean, you came into this program, you were the new guy, you know, coming from a different school. Just what's this year like to have that success right away?
Yeah, well, first coming here, you know, I wanted to, you know, establish myself and make sure that my teammates trusted me and they, you know, and just gel together with the team. Build relationships, you know, on the field, off the field. But like I said, man, we just trying to win. That's the main goal.
Those big plays, do you see them as, are you doing that? Are you just lucky? How do you kind of assess that?
No, sir. Like, you know, we prepare. So
Yep.
at any given time, any player on our defense could make that one big play to change the game.
Did that ball bounce off of his head?
Yes, ma'am. It did. Yes, ma'am. It did.
And you just
So
got yourself in the right place
Well,
at
I
the right
say
time?
the right place at the right time. That's just how it works.
No luck on that.
Hey,
look, you know, sometimes they bounce the other way. We know that too. So we're happy to take a couple bounces our way. We got one last week, and we got one again this week. Yep.
Sir.
Oh, you want to grab a couple of them other ones?
Appreciate it.
You're not doing all right?
Not feeling good at all. I mean, I was feeling fine, like, before preparing for the game. You know, we do our little team bonding on Friday, and I was feeling fine. Then come to Saturday morning, I just feeling my body just feeling different. I thought I wasn't gonna make it, but you know, these guys encouraged me to, you know, able to just keep going and help. You know, I know it's gonna be this is a big game, you know, in the playoffs, so I had to be able to keep going.
Was it the flu like Sully had?
I'm really not sure what it is. It just, you know, it just came out of nowhere. And I'm not a person that really gets sick a lot, but it just, I never felt like this in a while, so I'm really not sure what the symptoms is.
You've been having it all week?
No, this happened this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When you're in the game and you're playing the way you were, are you thinking about it, or do you even register that you're not
Thinking
feeling
about it a
good?
little bit, but thinking about, like, you know, when it's my turn to run the ball, I gotta run the ball hard. Even though, you know, I have a bunch of bruises or, you know, being sick, I gotta, you know, be able to help the team win. You know, run the ball hard. I give it to the O-line. They really stepped up big tonight, even with the two injured guard and tackles we have. So the backup guys really played a hell of a game tonight, and we're just looking forward to next week.
How much did this entire season kind of prepare you for doing something like that today where, I mean, when y'all were down with Dontrell and Kendall were both out and you could not leave the game, I mean, did that kind of mentally prepare you for something like tonight?
You can say that. Yeah, I know the fact, you know, coming to this game, we have to be able to run the ball, and you know that's what we did. So probably we had a lot of rushing yards today, but coming in this game, we just had to execute a game plan. You know, we just wanted to win. We wanted to win, and we wanted to get to the next round, and that's what we did.
Sully, just kind of what I was asking the other guys, having done this a couple of years, did you feel more prepared, knowing what to expect here, that you had that experience that maybe they didn't have?
Yeah, I mean, it's just another game. I mean, I know it's a playoff game when I go home, but your mindset stays the same throughout the whole year. I mean, our seniors, we really emphasize on it this week that when I go home, that's it. You win, you earn yourself 60 more minutes, or you go home. That's the mindset that you got to go in every week. So,
you know, you talked about it's been a playoff mentality since that Abilene loss. Now you go up against, by far, your toughest test with North Dakota State. Just what's it like to have to go up against a team like that?
I mean, you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. So, as of right now, they say they are. So, let's get it.
Are you familiar with him at all? Have you seen
Nah,
him?
not really. I mean, you see him out with social media and stuff, but they ain't lost a game in 2 years, so they obviously doing something right.
Somebody done, I think it was on the very first possession, I think third down, you came up with a sack or whatever, you guys forced them to punt. You ended with that fumble recovery, whatever, or called the fumble, that led to that score. And just, I mean, typical sort of how the career is going. Just tell me about making those.
Well, the play before that, I jumped off sides, and I looked at Pitt and I said,
On
I owe.
the play before on
They was at the goal line. It was on the
A2.
yeah, on like the 1 yard line. I said, I owe y'all boys. So the next two snaps, I made both the plays, and I said, I hope y'all forgive me for that from now on.
I don't think I've seen you jump off sides too many times.
No, it's just the quarterback jumped under center, and he knew what he was doing. That was a good play call by their coach. So.
You know, again this week, just like last week, the ability for this defense kind of come up big when y'all muted it. Just what does that say about this group?
Relentless. That's the word that comes to mind. Relentless effort. I mean, you gonna get punched in the mouth. How you gonna respond is basically how we gotta take it. Playoffs, everybody's good now, so you're gonna get punched in the mouth throughout the game. Just take it one play at a time.
And ask Chase about, the 4 years going by so quick and all that, and what, the senior group you guys have done, and just talk about, now it's here. I mean, before it was always like, we're going to turn this thing around. When you guys have done that now for these past few years, and just what that's been like in that regard.
I mean, we can't take all the credit for it. The coaching staff did a phenomenal job of making us buy in pretty much, but that wasn't really hard for us to do. I mean, guys like Hezekiah White and all of them, they really laid down the foundation of what it's going to be like for us, and we just took off with it. I mean, back-to-back Southland Conference champs and making runs in the playoffs. That's what it's going to be about from here on out at Nicholls State. So.
And tell me what all those River Parish guys.
Yeah. I mean, Coach Rebowe does a phenomenal job of recruiting at the River Parish, so they're always going to have talent here. I mean, as long as he's here and his coaching staff, there's always going to have talent. So.
And sort of about, like, with Chase, the legacy. What do you feel about the legacy this class has achieved?
I mean, we try not to think about that. I mean, we're not here to break no records. We're not here to do nothing like that. We just want to win games. I mean, winning's fun, Nobody likes to lose. Everybody wants to win. So it just so happened on the way that we broke a couple records. So we're still after the natty. So.
What about thinking about this being last game?
Yeah, it's kind of special. I mean, to know probably we'll never play in front of all our home fans again like that. But hopefully we get to Fargo and they'll come with us.
Julie, aren't you young? Aren't you sophomore?
Yes.
So have you thought about the future, like playing without these guys? I mean, now you're going to have to step up and take over,
I haven't thought about it yet. I've been really, focused on winning game after game, every week going 1-0, and then making a playoff run as we're gonna be preparing for. And I really just think take a game one by one, and I'm just proud of this football team. And we just want to be able to keep going.
Do you see if, we're going to keep going?
Most definitely.
We're going to keep going?
Yes, ma'am.
Julien, you're the first 1,000-yard rusher under Coach Rebowe. Just how do you feel about doing something like that?
Just proud of the guys up front, especially in the tight ends too. So, I mean, I had to run the ball hard, even when we had guys that was down like Dontrell and Kendall. So I had to, be the guy to step up and run the ball hard and just do what I gotta do and help the team win.
For me?